Oh my god, is that a new Nintendo Switch model? Are you telling me it's for real? This is exciting. OLED model. I'm sure that's gonna have all the kids cheering out of their seats. OLED model! We know what that is. Well, so that's the new Samus Metroid game they showed at E3. Can we just give a moment of applause for all the Metroid fans? They actually got something big out of E3. Can we have a moment of applause for all the Pokemon fans? They actually got... I love that. You gotta get a nice neck scratcher right here on your chair. It's white. What? Is that a 7-inch OLED screen? Is that Breath of the Wild 2? 7 inches? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.2. Oh, it is an advertisement. I am stoked. 7 inches.
Oh my god.
Can you see the sheer uncare when they zoom in to show the size difference? What emotion do you feel when they zoom in? Instant replay that for me. That's just amazing. You know what that reminds me of? This is my favorite feature right here. This size increase is fantastic. Play it on the beach. I love going to Egypt and pulling out my Switch. I love going to the beach and while my friends playing at the beach, pull out the Switch. Are you playing Breath of the Wild 2? Hunt this lady down. You can't have this. Oh, Pokemon. What is that? Do these graphics look much better than what we saw in February? They do. There's a lot to say here. The background's got blurs to it. The colors have a different saturation to them. He is much more smoother instead of looking plasticky. It's like Sinnoh font. Sinnoh text boxes. I mean, this is the most exciting thing yet. Let's skip past this for now. You know when you just find that Buizel? Little wild Buizel appeared. Can we see that again? Oh yeah, Buizel. Oh wow, that quality looks a lot better. I want to ask all of you who sits on the shelf in their hallway. Could you not find a better place to play this game? The TV's down the hall in the room right beside you. There's a chair probably in that room if you don't want to use the TV. But no, why not sit across the coat rack with the fresh scent of wet rain on those umbrella? But it's all fine because it's in the Buizel. Wide, adjustable stand. They know exactly what I've been complaining about. I mean, that's my most disliked feature about the Switch. That it just doesn't sit up. I mean, just look at it falling over there. Thank you so much. In retrospect, how crap of an idea is this? I mean, once you've seen what a proper kickstand is supposed to look like, this looks like an eBay wish item. I mean, but of course, the second mode. The second mode for super cranking your neck down gameplay. All to avoid using your TV. You can't push L and R like that. Have you forgotten about our little metal stick we stick it in? Hey yo Trevor, I know we came here on a date, but you want to play this Switch right here? Hey, keep it down, we're eating. Are they playing the new Mario Party game? That is something to look forward to. Whew. Just look at that. Look at that right there. 1 hole, 4 hole, 2 hole, 4 hole. Let me count them right here. 1 hole, 2 hole. That's progress. Enhanced audio. Small hole, big hole, big hole. That seems awfully frustrating. Are they playing 4-player Mario Party on this tiny display where they all have to humpback themselves to even see the screen? Oh, is it my turn? Shoot, can someone else go for me? I don't want to get up right now. I mean, they even put it on a rug. It seems tiny.
Checkmate.
She is not played on this. She cannot reach that. Look, no one has touched their foods. She's been eating her food because she can't even see the screen. This cannot be in the ad. This is really in the ad. I'm not even lying. This tiny display in the middle of this giant table is in the ad. Because this is the most viable thing. Don't forget to dock it. Why? Why would I want to dock it? Do tell Nintendo. What will I gain docking it?
Oh my god!
A wired LAN port, you say? LAN cable sold separately? You couldn't provide a free LAN cable? What's the point of a LAN port without no LAN cable? Well, let's forget about the LAN cable. This seems so exciting. I wonder what spec upgrades we get when we do plug it in. I mean, that must be the creme of the creme. Hey man, you better answer your phone. I'm sorry, why did they show his phone? Are you in a voice call with them? Your phone is so far away, how can they hear you? He's whispering from 18 meters away. Aim for the distant blue part. Hello, that when you dock this, even if your TV's not OLED, it's so powerful it turns your TV OLED. I mean, surely that's the point. Look, a good Mario Party game. I have a few qualms with this. You're not wearing your wristband. I'm gonna sue you for that. Thank goodness they're playing on Ethernet. The last thing you want to do when playing with friends and family right beside you is mess up the Ethernet cables. Good thing you got the Switch OLED model. Good thing you didn't buy the normal Switch. Well, we wouldn't be able to do any of this. You can't do this on a normal Switch. You can't dock it. You can't transform your TV into an instant OLED. You know why he lost? It's because when the TV turns OLED, all of their senses are maximized. Now they're on an even playing field. She no longer sucks at the game. What are you doing? My favorite. I really need this specific model. I really need it. I'm gonna return this so that I can do what this lady's doing. Attach that to my knee and use the Switch OLED instead. I mean, I just feel so frustrated. What am I gonna do with this pointless Switch now that it's been topped? I mean, why plug and play on the Switch at all when I should be plugging and playing with the OLED? It's so much better. What kind of features will Bill Gates get? They're playing online. It's that Ethernet cable. This is mind-blowing. Mario can't believe it. There's no lag. Oh, he wouldn't have final smashed me if he had that laggy internet he always does. Oh, get that. Get that one. I want that one. Throw this in the trash. Nintendo Switch OLED model, available October 8th. That looks mighty premium. We all know the premium color is white. When things turn premium, suddenly it's white. You know, I kind of feel like I haven't heard the features. So I'm just going to go on their official site and see the features. 7-inch screen, 6.2-inch screen, 5.5-inch screen. Enhanced audio. 3 modes in one. Mode number 1, TV mode. This is a game changer. We can finally use docked mode. Tabletop mode. That is an even bigger game changer. Could never do that with the original Switch. Handheld mode? Forget about it. I couldn't look this thing in the eye without that OLED display. See, the Joy-Cons do have a wrist. Why weren't they wearing it in the trailer? You know, if y'all sponsored me, you know, you'd make me redo the whole video if I wasn't wearing the wristband. Play one controller, vertical or sideways, only on the Nintendo Switch OLED. Play with a friend. On the original Switch, if you took your controllers off, the Switch would automatically detect and not allow you to play with friends. But on the OLED, you can now give this to a friend. 7-inch OLED screen. Built-in LAN port. No way. Finally. No more lag anything. Mario Maker Smash Bros. It doesn't rely on the enemy's internet. Now with this LAN cable, I'll be complete. This is a game changer for my OLED screen. I can't use this LAN cable with the OLED screen, right? Oh, who cares if you're not using the OLED screen? Having a LAN cable, game changer. I'm ordering it right now. Just come here. What's this? What is this contraption? Huh? Wait, hold on a sec. Wait a sec. What is that? Why is that on my screen? Can I rub it out? Where'd the Wi-Fi symbol go? There are no new features on the Nintendo OLED. It is the exact same Switch, except with an OLED screen. Bigger size, you won't even notice it. Everyone's got different size phones. They all feel the same once you're using it long enough. You're either getting a LAN port or an OLED screen, both of which you can't use at the same time. So obviously we've had many leakers talk about the new Nintendo Switch models, all of them calling it the Switch Pro. We've had leaked Amazon models. All of it turned out to be poppycock. There's no such thing. It's the Nintendo Switch OLED model. At a first glance, it's pointless. There's no reason to upgrade. You will absolutely notice the difference on OLED if you're playing Breath of the Wild, even Pokemon Sword and Shield. All the colors will be crisp. When it fades to black, it'll be true black, not gray. And you even get this white stainable version of the Switch. But there's nobody who should be upgrading to this if they have a normal Nintendo Switch. If you have the Switch Lite, you can upgrade to that. Only if you're now ready to move on to docked mode. And since you already play on the go a lot with handheld mode, considering you have a Switch Lite, you'll appreciate the OLED a lot more. The OLED will be more usable to you. You want a LAN cable? Get it on Amazon. This really is just a new Nintendo Switch model, like a car. Hey, what Nintendo Switch model do you have? I have the 2017 model. It Joy-Con drifts. It has low battery life. It scratches when I put it in the dock. I have the 2020 Nintendo Switch. I have bigger battery life. This is just the 2021 Nintendo Switch. It now has an OLED display. That's really all there is to it. I wonder what the comments say. OLED is really beautiful. If you haven't played on an OLED TV, things do look so much better, but the insides of the Switch haven't changed. No stronger CPU or anything. It's the same Switch. They even went as far as calling it just OLED model. With the 3DS, Nintendo threw out all these different versions. We all expected them to upgrade and make it stronger to run games better, like when we saw Pokemon Legends lagging for that one Pokemon, and to really enhance your experience, make sure it isn't lagging when we're playing Breath of the Wild 2. This is the biggest example of rumors ruining this announcement right here, because aside from the rumors that they were working on a new console, most of the rumors just overhyped people, which is the same situation with Pokemon that I'm trying to minimize. Oh, I forgot this one. 64 gigabytes of internal storage. Of course, alongside your 200 gig SD card, I would like 32 more gigs of internal storage. Don't buy it if you have the Switch. Buy it if you have the Switch Lite and want to upgrade. That should be their main audience when they release this. Okay, let's focus on one of the 3 games they showed in this. Pokemon Brilliant Diamond and Shining Pearl. So in the midst of overhyping that does happen, a lot of stupid stuff comes out where people are just making stuff up about the games. But Kelios, one of the 2 people I find trustable in terms of some of the internal information about Pokemon, well, he said that the footage we got in February of Legends Arceus and BDSP were old from December and January. And of course, in every Pokemon trailer, go back to X and Y, go back to this year's games, always says the gameplay footage is not final. They're for legal purposes, but also because they are improving the game. This is the famous X and Y screenshot I show a lot. It changed in the final game. This is what Giratina looked like in Platinum. Of course, not as big a deal, but even that changed into this sprite. I couldn't make a video when I initially saw this, but you've got to admit, the games look a lot better here. You've got to admit 2 things. That they're the biggest teasers in the world. You just gonna shadow drop improvements in this and still not give us a trailer? I feel like when Masada wakes up in the morning and looks in the mirror, he's actually growing a troll face. But I can't believe we got this. I mean, I can't believe he just hasn't said anything. You have to admit these games look a lot better than what was initially showed. The joke everyone makes is that it looks like a Chinese game ad. It's all shiny. People compare it to Pokemon Masters. Pokemon Masters looks super clean. There are a lot of people who made fan edits to the overworld, adding blur effects and changing the saturation. And this seems closer to the final product of what's actually happening. He's not shiny anymore like Don was. He doesn't look like plastic. They've touched him up a lot. They've touched up the Buizel a lot, and they've touched up the background. This actually looks a lot better than what they showed in the first trailer. Now, you may be wondering, they didn't show us the overworld, and you're right, they didn't show the overworld. For one reason, they were not gonna flatter you showing the overworld on this Switch model. They want people to buy this. They ain't showing no BDSP overworld. I also don't know if it only looks this good because we're looking at it through a camera taking a video of a now OLED screen, and so it just gives this illusion that the graphics look a lot better. But also a few weeks earlier, they updated the Nintendo Japanese eShop with new images, replacing the older February images. Compared to the old models, the models are shrunk down. They're made to be a better size. The differences are extremely minimal. You wouldn't even notice their differences. If you need me to point it out, the biggest one I can tell you is the trees. The trees on the right are more green. In my personal opinion, when it comes to BDSP, the overworld, let's knock away the point about them being chibis, looks good. I can show you some screenshots where the overworld just looks nice and fun to explore in. The water in this place looks good. There are some funny points like its literal tiles here, but that's gonna be the nature of the game since it's chibi-like. The biggest point I'm hoping for, and the biggest thing that annoys me about the chibi overworld, just accepting the chibis as the thing, is our players themselves. I have to be honest, they look like placeholder dolls, and their hands need to be changed. I want their faces to show expression. I'm sure when they drop their next trailer, if they ever even will. And now you're forced to start the chibis longer in new locations they show in these trailers, that you'll get more used to the chibis and like them. But there are definitely improvements they have to make to the overworld to make this look good. And specifically to the NPC sprites. I mean models. If you can improve that, then it looks like you've done a lot of good touching up with the models in this game. And now we just need to see the actual content. We're not going to say the forbidden words, but we're going to let the trailer speak for it. Now when you look at these, it does seem like prototypes to what finishing touches you're trying to make. Look at the shanks, look at the saturated background, look at our player model, all of it sticks out. Switch over, everything's all blended together much better. And one thing I forgot to point out is that they are sort of doing the ORAS feel again. ORAS had the text boxes, and in your party screen, they make it reminiscent of the original Ruby and Sapphire. They're definitely, if they haven't made it reminiscent enough, they made the text boxes reminiscent too. Here's us throwing the ball. Here it is here. It looks so much better. That image of Dawn in this exact pose that many people make fun of. Let's see how it looks like in the trailer. Seems like they've done some touches. And, you know, with peace and love rightfully so made fun of. Here's a screenshot of it all put together. I don't think this is official on the bottom. I think they photoshopped and took the screen off what we got in the trailer. But side by side, looks so much better. A lot of people said Pokemon Sword and Shield's battle screen looked leagues better than this, and we've pretty much achieved that here. So now it's just to see where they go from here. These should be where they are, at least right now. July's progress on them working on this game. I mean, look at the background. That's different. The stones are still in the same places. The grass is still in the same place. The trees are still in the same places, but it's redone and looks actually good now. And this tree straight up transformed into a different tree. So I have to give them a lot of praise for this, which I do say holding back my laughter because, dude, drop a freaking trailer already, alright? I'm tired of this. You're gonna drop a trailer right now, alright? I'm complimenting you out of my ass for someone who hasn't shown up in 6 years. August, September, October, November. We are coming down to the final 4 months. This is a world record of the greatest hype season. And yeah, if you're wondering, there have been many fake leaks that came out. I'm not gonna cover them. They're all fake. They're all not on the right track. Nintendo Switch Pro was cool. New updates to the Pokemon games are cool. Makes me look forward to the inevitable trailer that will not inevitably drop. They're gonna drop that next trailer in December, the month after the games come out. Introducing Team Galactic. They're on dial-up over there. Monster and ILCA are stuck in some kind of time loop. He didn't even show up at E3. Something's wrong. Someone go find Monster. Well, I hope he's doing alright. I'll see you when Pokemon drops some stuff, eh? See you on the next video. Take care.
This the sound of my alchemy, the greatest success for all those who fell for me. I always respect the friends who wish well for me and live until the end and die. All time will tell for me, but I ain't going anywhere, believe me.